little mad sometimes, my children. And some go a little mad without any choice at all in it. So let us gaze back at those who would do so. The Unsound.
Meet Ashley Granger, who's starting up a new job at St. Cassia. Originally founded in 1816, it was a mental institution meant to provide short and long-term care for patients of varying pathologies and intensities. It was closed in the 80s due to a lack of funding, or the patients sent out into the world with nowhere to go and no one to watch over them. But it has been reopened in the last 3 years, and it is severely understaffed and overpopulated. Ashley meets her rather stiff and standoffish boss, Nurse Jeffers, who does a limited amount of training to try to inform her of her duties on the various dangers of the place. It's a rough day as it is, since 3 higher-up individuals are observing things that day. And what's more, Ashley has found a razor blade casually left in the lobby. Jeffers says that someone has been leaving them around, probably as some sort of prank, but they don't know who's responsible. The day is made even weirder when she hears a voice coming from the bed inside the nurse's office, talking of how the prince sees her and is eager to meet her, and when she uncovers the sheet, she finds only a mannequin. She meets others, Claire, the girl who claims to not belong there, Josh, another orderly who brings Claire over to the officials in their rather wrinkly silhouettes, several patients who tell Ashley that the bells are tolling and the prince is calling, and Xerxes with a paper plate mask, whose eyes come along with him when he spins it upside down. Ashley is eventually confronted by the 3 patients who had told her the bells were tolling, telling her that she needs a gown made of red if she is to impress the prince. So they'll happily help by rubbing their bloody hands all over her. Xerxes warns them off, this entire encounter very strange not only to her, but to the head of St. Cassia, Dr. Kearney, but he seems to treat her almost like she was one of his patients. But he's going to be the one who needs help, because during the conversation, the patients riot. It might have something to do with the razor blades falling down on everyone, on some patients going on stabbing sprees. With no phone signals and the lines cut, the remaining staff members and few patients with the cognition necessary to recognize how bad this is try to make their escape. The rioting patients talk of blessings from Ashley, that bells are calling for her, and that the prince demands her presence. They can't get to the main entrance, but they think they can sneak out through the catatonic ward, which really doesn't work as the catatonics begin getting up to pursue them. Xerxes intercepts them and says he can help them escape, telling them to put on masks like his as disguises from the patients. Though the masks themselves show off more than that. Doorways and colors, and a surreal, almost nightmarish underworld to this place. Space distorts, images and faces and creatures surround them, and they dare not take off their masks, lest they fall victim to some of the horrors of this place. Ashley continually questions what is going on, what this place is, not helped by them emerging out of the bizarre realm into an area of St. Cassia that has long since been abandoned. And he tells them of what it was like when he was here before the place was shut down in the 80s. Some patients deciding to help others like the doctors had done, creating their own faux hospital in the sub-basements. But then the prince abandoned them. Dr. Kearney gets captured by some feral children and beaten like a piñata. But when they cut him open, it's not blood that emerges, but razor blades. When Ashley refuses to wear her mask anymore, a doctor with a less corporeal head appears, encouraging the staff to have their own little group session. And they have little choice, as one staff member who tries to escape gets torn apart by ghostly figures, all that remains of him just a blood puddle. In the group therapy, we learn so many dark things about these people. How Josh is not really a staffer, but a patient who murdered an orderly and took their place. The 3 corporate representatives had been the ones to encourage it, since he wanted to be noticed, to spend time with the staffers who had helped him when he was more out of control. Then there's Ashley. Her secret is more bizarre. She wants to help people because she couldn't help anyone. Like when her family began spontaneously taking razor blades to themselves with a smile. And then people began calling her Mother of Blades. Even the social worker who came to check on her started doing it, and she has never understood why. The other staffers think that she is the one they want and decide to sacrifice her to the patients, blood spilling on her scrubs until they are a deep red, and the truth is finally revealed. As said before, the patients of St. Cassia took over the duties of the doctors when the place closed. But there were 7 in particular. The 7 Insanities, aka the Unsound. They led the patients to the hidden city beneath the hospital, showed them the madness below while they still kept watch. But then the Unsound left, abandoned them. They went into the world above to spread the gospel of madness to mankind. They were the weeping shadow, the shattered mirror, the dancing devil, the reformed saint, the wandering liar, the idiot prince, and the Mother of Blades. Ashley denies that she is the Mother of Blades, but Xerxes, the idiot prince himself, soon elaborates that indeed she is, a power passed on to her from her own mother, who is likewise the original Mother of Blades. They want to bring the rest of the Unsound back to St. Cassia, and believes that the return of the Mother of Blades is key to this. Ashley does not want to stay, though he says that the Unsound fooled themselves into thinking they were human, and the weight of the lie would crush them if they reject it. Still, Ashley refuses to stay, revealing the corporate representatives to be something else entirely. The prince realizes he cannot keep Ashley there even if he wanted to. She's been away for too long. She is let go, the red fading from her attire as she returns to the outside world. After all, the world isn't as far as you think. When she emerges, St. Cassia has been closed for years. Ashley confronts her mother at a psychiatric hospital with the truth, and she does not deny it, though she warns Ashley that the world is going mad because of the Unsound. They're still out there doing their missionary work, though Ashley's mother believes that Ashley is stronger than her and can defeat them, and she won't have to look for them. They'll find her.
Remember, my children, above all else, it is best to help one another. Pain is universal, be it physical, mental, or spiritual. And we must all do our part to aid each other, or we die alone.